Yes, it is. Can you believe what is it? The 8th of July already. So, my name is Phyllis Nash. This is the Diamond Factory where we meet every morning, Tuesday through Friday, with like minded people trying to get some positivity before we get out and start our day. Because we know we can do all things through Christ. Christ that strengthens us. And that's who I lean on. That's who I got all my hope on, guys. And he says that I shall prosper. And I believe what he says because he is gotten me to the age I am now. And when I look back, he has always been with me and has always gone through everything and taken care of my every need. When I look back, that's who has always been there for me. And so going forward, when everybody is talking about doom and gloom and recessions and everything, I don't think about that. I know that I have a God that can do all things. So what do? I do what I am supposed to do. And right now my passion, my ministry is to help people. And how do I do that? Through Wakana, with the phenomenal products, the awesome programs that we have, the things that are coming into being. See, when we started this over in 2019, we already had a vision of where we wanted to go. Didn't we know there would be obstacles? Heck yeah, there would be obstacles along the way, but that's what happens in life. You don't get past you don't get around the obstacles. You go right through them, guys. You don't stop and be in like frozen in time, like I can't move. No, you better get through those obstacles. I've lived my life like that most of the time. It might hurt. I might be scared. I might be fearful. I might have doubt, but I don't stop going. And so right now, I see such a bright, 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 bright picture for us. I see what's going to happen. Think about it. Just laying out, knowing, being in this industry as long as I have, seeing and knowing sequences and systems and what happens and knowing how it takes. I always talk about doing your business while you're doing your life. I live that. I don't just tell you guys that. I absolutely live that. I have a good time in my life. That's important to me. I like having fun. I think I say that all the time. I like having fun, but I want to know, how do you incorporate what you love with your life and how making money? You do what you are good at. I'm good at talking to people. I'm good at being with people. If you're not, find that talent within, start nurturing it. And see, um nothing, a lot of things come natural, but you have to nurture it. You have to keep doing things over and over and over. The more you do them, the less fear you have. The more you do them, the less doubt you have. And so speaking to strangers might be something that's not easy for you, but just say hi. Just say hi. Just start a conversation, because you might meet a stranger that will. That's all you need to do is say hi. But come out of your comfort zone. It was a post the other day that life does not start until you come out of your comfort zone. And I'm telling you, when I came out of my comfort zone, all kinds of things in life start opening up. And the biggest doubter that you have about not being able to succeed is between your two ears. So, get that out of the way. I was talking to a distributor. You know that on Thursdays, we have committed to going to the lakefront here in Chicago in the summertime, weather permitting. Well, yesterday I was like, wow, I could be doing something else. But then we packed up, and you always need a partner. You need a partner in crime. It might not always be the same partner. But yesterday it was Shannon. She said, girl, let's go on and get out there, get ourselves set up, get out there and enjoy this. And I'm like, let's go. And we did. Well, the reason I didn't want to go, because our volunteer that was supposed to go set up the tent and stuff did not show up. And it's not sometimes the easiest parking and stuff. But you know what? When Shannon said what she said, there was no way I couldn't do it. Just like when, it's like, okay, girl, let's get 10 people on this call tonight. If you got a cheerleader right there with you, it's a whole lot easier to get it done. And after you get it done, just like yesterday, after we got the tent set up, We saw Stanley Watts, somebody we knew about coming out, a distributor on Saturday. He showed up, Billy showed up, Sylvia showed up, and we didn't have a lot of people, but we made the most of what we have. And that's what I say, live your life with who is ever there. You know what? Who sang this? Love the one you with. The Isley Brothers. Well, anyway, that's what you do. Live the life with the one you with. And all those thousands of people that were around us were also part of what we were doing. Because as we were setting up, living our life, having our food, having our cocktails or water for me, because I'm on my 21-day cleanse, we met people. People came up. People looked at Shannon had such a beautiful setup out there. We weren't just out there at our tables, vending, but we let people see what we had. Wakana was on the table, so we were representing. But we wanted to show people that we live our life and we have fun and we do our business. And that's just what we did. If somebody came over to the table, we were up, we were talking to them. Young man came over and by the looks of him, because he looked like he was feeling pretty good, I thought he was ready for some more feel good, some more of the products that we had. But we after we talked about the products, he went on to say, you know what? What I really want to know is how I can get into this industry. You know, that was all he had to say to me, because I'm so passionate about our Black young men being able to legally get into the cannabis industry and take it to the next level. Because why? We paid the price on the war on drugs. So I'm saying, guys, I'm saying all of this to say, if you put yourself out there, people come to you because they are excited and attracted to what you are doing. And as I was sitting there with one of our distributors, and he was talking about all the things he did to try to do his business, and I kept saying, well, did you send them the three? Did you send them the four videos? Did you have a launch party? Did you follow up? Every time I asked him something to do with the system, he was saying all these other things he was doing. And so then he came back and he said, you know what? It's just real simple. I said, you know what? It's so simple that most people thinks it does not even work. But when I am talking to people, I am always using the system. That's why we created the system. The system is so easy. Anybody can do it. Like this young man wanted to go rent a space to have a grand opening that was going to cost him $400-500 and do no promotion, do no calling up, just send out a blast and expect the people to come. Well, guess what? After that, he was $400 lost. I mean, without money. Four people showed up. Wouldn't it have been just as easy to do your launch party, whether you did it in your home or whether you did it virtually or whether you did both? Because, hey, some people of yours might be cross country. You might have some that come to your home and have an in home grand opening, a launch party. All of those things are so simple. It's so simple to use the system and to do your business. Whenever you're doing anything, when you're going to get a room and it's costing you $400 to rent out for your grand opening, you got to ask yourself, is that duplicatable? Can everybody that I share this business with go to that expense? They gotten their product, they've gotten their, now they're gonna rent a room, pay food, do all those things. Is that duplicatable? If it's not duplicatable, then you're not in the industry of social selling. You're not one of those ones that are gonna make multiple money, because you are doing it without the system. And when the masses can't do it, you can't make that mass money. So if you use your system and keep it as simple as you can. Now, right now, we have a absolutely phenomenal. I am looking ahead. For those of you that are saying, I want to be diamond, guys, it's right now that you need to be planting the seeds, because right now we got a freedom conference coming up. You need to be getting as many people as you can to that freedom conference, because guess what? Some seeds will be planted. Some people will come on board. Some people will refer to somebody they know. Some people will become customers. And see, a lot of times the disappointment is that, wow, this just doesn't happen. I send out a email, I call and I contact and I invite people to our meeting. I called 100 calls, like Fontaine called 70 people. and 8 or 7 showed up. Those are the numbers. Just know that those are the numbers. You didn't do anything wrong. He did something very good. He got people out. That's what you just have to do. But do you know how powerful those numbers can be? Suppose one of those numbers were a Fontaine. Suppose one of those numbers that came up and showed up was a Bernadine Kirk. Suppose one of those numbers were a Ernestine Davis. Guys, you never know. But your job is to do the system. And so your call to action definitely is make sure you are planting the seeds, showing the videos, getting somebody on the one of the webinars this week, making sure that your people that are still on the edge the night before the conference on the 22nd, the founders will do a presentation. Get them on. Work your way up to having a phenomenal event. This industry is built on events. The events, show them the video, show them a webinar, do a three-way with your upline. Bring them to the meeting. Those are events, and this is the time you need to capitalize. Real simple stuff, but you're planting the seeds. And what we have planned for this event is going to be mind-boggling, guys. You are not going to want to miss it. I'm going to tell you, if you're sitting there and you don't have at least 5 people that you invited to watch this, you are going to be so sad. If your team members aren't on to ignite whatever they got in, whatever ignited them to start the business, and they might have gone by the wayside, getting ready for summer, hanging out, not doing their business. This conference will ignite them, put the fire back in them. So do you have to do some work? Yeah, you got to do some work. But do you know that the average diamond makes around $10,000 a month? Is that worth doing? Now that has a lot of variations to it, but that's what a diamond, that's what you can strive for. So no, you're probably not going to do that, but you're building up, you're on your way. So what happens in November, guys? Do you know that we're going to close out the Founders Pack? Close it out that nobody ever will be able to come into the Founders Program ever again. Now, there might be some other programs down the line, but no one ever will share in that 1% of gross profits of the company ever. Do you know the flurry of what's going to happen when people know that and how they're going to want to become invested? Whether they do anything or not, a lot of them will go to work, but a lot of them won't. But they will be a part of the Founders Pack, and it will be up to them one day. This company's doing 10 million a year. I better get busy because I want to get my Founders Pay. They have that opportunity. So those people that are really looking at, hey, I might not be talking to everybody. You know who you are. You know that you want to claim diamond. You know that that's where you want to go. So I'm telling you guys what you need to be doing from now into then. And for those that don't want to go, pick your number. Know what you want to do monthly in this business. It is a way to do it. Map your business out. So now it's time to plant those seeds. And before I leave you guys, I want to tell you something. I haven't done this in a while, but I want to tell you something. When people are complaining and talking about, oh, it's not working, I talked to these people and they said no. I want you to be true to yourself. I don't know how many people you talk to. Only you know how many people you talk to. But I want to tell you about a story about a pioneer of this industry, a leader of this industry, and his name is Bill Britt. And Bill Britt was an Amway multimillionaire, founder of Britt Worldwide. And let me ask you this. For how many people out there, and what I'd like you to do, I wish this had a chat line, but you can chat me, you can send it to me. Okay, because I'd like to know. And I'm just gonna share this when I'm on the call again on Tuesday, but I'd like to know. I'm gonna ask you simply, how many people have you shown this business to? That's my uncle. I'm gonna call him as soon as I get off. 9 years old. He deserves to call. Uncle Mac, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you back. Okay. So how many people have you actually shown this business to? You know how many Bill Britt did? He showed it to 1,200 people. So I would like for you to text me if you have shown this business to 1,200 people. Just simply, have you shown all the people that said this doesn't work? I'm out of here. It's not working for me. I just want you to ask yourself that question. You don't have to tell anybody else. But if you've shown this business to 1,200 people, just text me and let me know. Because I want to take you to lunch, dinner, whatever you want to do as soon as I finish my clean. Then, for those of you that said, so, okay, so this is what he did. I'm going to give you his plan. His plan was that he showed it to 1,200 people, and 900 said no. How many think that they could take 900 no's? Well, that's what Bill Britt did because he had a plan. He didn't care about what anybody else's plan was. He had a plan. So 900 of them said no. Only 300 of them signed up. And guess what? Out of those 300, only 85 did something at all. And something at all might have just been buying the pack, guys, and then buying some product. Not a lot of stuff, not a lot of activity. 85 of them did something else. See, what we do is we get blindsided when we think, oh, they came in. I thought they were going to be my ticket to that $10,000 a month, and they didn't even show any, didn't show this, didn't have a launch party, and they don't even answer my calls. But if you know the numbers going in, you don't get upset when that happens. But 85 out of his 300, 85 did something at all. And that just could have been bought a product. Now, out of those 85, only 35 were serious. Do you have 35 serious people in your business? If you haven't talked to 1,200, it's likely you don't have 35 serious people in your business. But guess what? Out of those 35 serious people, 11 made him a millionaire. Now, guys, those are numbers, and numbers never lie. You have to go through the numbers. Now, you can go through them quickly, or you can go through them slow. Just like making money, you can do it fast, or you can make it slow. It's a lot better when you're making it fast. So, since you signed on into this business, and if you didn't want to make money in the business, a lot of people join this business for a lot of different reasons. So, if that was your thing, if it was something else other than making money, then that's okay. Keep doing what you're doing. If you're happy with Wakana, with our products, with our culture, with our community, keep on doing it. But if you came in here to make some money, we need to go and plant some seeds. We need to go and talk about, we need to track how many people we talk to. What are our results? And I'm going to have this posted. Dr. Roz is going to post this on the page. I want each and every one of you all to keep it because it's a reminder when you're saying, oh, this don't work for me. I've tried this and I've tried that. If you're using the system, I can't say if you go out there and create your own will, but if you're using the system and you go through the numbers, if you're saying that you want to be Ruby to go on next year's trip free of charge to Vegas, if you're setting yourself up, and oh my goodness, you are going to be blown away with our destination for 2024, which will be revealed to you at the conference. But now you can start earning points to go back. If you're one of those people, then it's a plan, it's a system in place. You just got to go out there and do some work. Now, if somebody, I'm going to close after this. If somebody told you that within the next 3 to 5 years that you could be a multimillionaire on your job, would you talk to 1,200 people, go through this number and get to your 11 that's going to make you a millionaire in 3 to 5 years? Or are you on your job 40 years and never having the opportunity to even become a millionaire? But we will give more energy, more time to doing that. I'm not saying you're not going to be tired. I'm not saying you're not going to be worn out, but I'm saying that it's going to be worth it. In 3 to 5 years, if you can look back and say, this is what kind of business affords my family a lifestyle that they never even dreamed of. Me to be able to leave a legacy for my family. Because that's what we got here, you all. You just got to talk to enough people. You got to do the work. And so, with that being said, I'm going to have Dr. Roz come up and give you tomorrow's lineup. And today, guys, we still have a drawing today, and they're getting a cleanse. Do you hear me? So I think if you go on and have your people or whoever your customers go on, share that link on. And that's another thing. The simple things you have to do in your business to blow it up. The corporate page. Go to the corporate page, like, comment, and share, because the more exposure Wakanda gets, the more exposure and business you get. So have your friends and family do what the instructions are on that page so that they can be in that drawing. And Shannon's gonna kill me because she's the one that's gonna count those names before 12 o'clock, but they need to be in there by 10 o'clock to be considered for this drawing. So, Dr. Roz, would you give the announcements for tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes. And we can go ahead and schedule to go out and have lunch after your cleanse, because ain't nobody going to send you no email talking about they done talked to 1,200 people. I'm just...
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so tomorrow, yes, Minister Mooney and I are always there for you on Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'll be on the road, but I'm gonna pop on because I'm gonna do my part, and he may have to drive be my transport for me on the slides. But definitely, we're gonna be on there. We won't be having the deep dive training on tomorrow, but we'll definitely be available to help you get those people across the finish line, that you can begin to grow your business and get closer to those 11 people that are going to make you a millionaire. Back to you, Phyllis.
Awesome. And let me just say something before we end. I know it's long, but Fridays can be long. You know that Fridays are the day. But Dr. Roz is about to take a trek across the country. And guys, and she's going to be scanning. I don't know about you, but I am going to be working feverishly in all these areas to get her able to scan. I'm looking on here to see if you're going to New Orleans. Darn it, you're not. But anyway, let me just say what her schedule is. And I know if you shared that on Facebook, you can share it again. Guys, if you got people in Lafayette, Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Gulfport, Mississippi, Mobile, Pensacola, Orlando, Tallahassee, Gulfport, Lake Charles, Louisiana, Beaumont, Texas. If you got people that need to be scanned, Dr. Roz is there. Scans opens the door up for discovery and responsibility to the individual that's been scanned, which results in people wanting to do better, get better. So make sure, another simple way you can blow up your business. So as Dr. Roz said, I am feverishly waiting for my text to go off that who is going to join me, who I'm going to take out to dinner, not lunch, but to dinner, because they have already talked to 1,200 people. With that being said, go out and have a Wakanda kind of day. Make sure you hit the corporate page post, share it. And leaders, I'll see you on that line, Rubies and above. Thank you all.